Tiffany from I Heart All Things, and you guys gave me such amazing feedback about this flip entry in my Bible that I wanted to provide you with a tutorial on how to use it with the dies and also how to create without. So let's begin. The first thing I want you to know is that I'm not magic. I use these Fawn lawn cuts called Flippin Awesome. You can pick them up at lawnfawn.com, in any major craft store online, and the physical stores as well. So it comes with 10 super cute dies to put it together, and I am going to be using 3 of these main pieces out of all of them. So I'm going to use the big mechanism for the flip up, the bigger square, and then also that little tab. And when you cut those elements out, this is what it's going to look like. That's the one for your main mechanism, and then the 3 squares for each of the flips. You'll also need some powerful double-sided tape, and then your regular adhesive. I love the Tombow Mono Dot adhesive. First, you're going to take your bone folder and crease each of those consecutive lines on both sides. This is going to provide freedom of motion for your flip. And then you want to take your mono dot adhesive and place it right in the center of each of those folds. With your double-sided tape, go ahead and cover your full tab. This is what's going to hold it all together, so you want to make sure that it has enough adhesive to provide some sturdiness. Now you want to take the squares, starting at the bottom and just adding it flush with each of those creases. And now you can take your card base or whatever project you're adding your flip to, fold those tabs around the back so that it hugs the rectangle, and then just lay it down. Now you have your flip. So if you don't have the die, this is a good template to use. I am going to show you how to cut, where to draw your lines, and how to score so that you can create your own flip up. This right here measures 9.5 centimeters by 21 centimeters. And you might be asking, why am I using centimeters? Well, each of the millimeters and centimeters on my ruler, they are far more precise than our inches right there, and they're easier to follow. So that is why I'm using centimeters. And then lastly, these little squares right here, each of these measures 6 inches square, so both sides are 6 inches. Now it doesn't matter which way you start, horizontal or vertical. Here you can see that I'm starting vertical, kind of mixing it up, vertical and horizontal. But on the horizontal, you want to draw a line at 6 centimeters, 7.5 centimeters, 9 centimeters, and then 10.5 centimeters. Those are going to form your main lines. These 2 that I'm laying down right here are 1.5 centimeters from the left. These are going to form the tabs. And then, while vertical, you want to draw a little line on each side, and it's going to be just a little bit above 17 millimeters. So right between 17 and 18 millimeters. Again, I'm just forming the tabs right here on the top. Now this is the part that you're just going to cut off with your scissors. All right, so you're going to score at each of those score lines except for that one, that very first one on the horizontal. I actually make the mistake of scoring there and I end up folding it, and don't be like me. So do not do this. Do not fold there. I was too far in to start over again on this one. So as you can see, I'm just scoring the lines both ways, so backwards and forwards. There's my little note for you. And again, just like that first one I showed with the die, this is going to allow for the freedom of motion and movement for your flip. And just like before, bring your dot adhesive and lay down right in the center of each of those consecutive score lines. Add your really powerful double-sided tape to the tab, remembering that this is what's going to hold it all together. So you really want to make sure that you cover that tab entirely. Now we can add those 6 cm squares to each of those sections we put adhesive on, just making sure that you line it up with that top crease and that it's flush on that crease. Now to finish it up, just hug those tabs around the back of that rectangle and lay it down. I thought before we finish up completely, you know, as Bible journalers, we love our tabs. So let's go ahead and hop over to our craft space, grab one of our favorite tabs, and use that as our pulling mechanism. Now it's ready for you to go ahead and personalize. As you can see, it's not as smooth. I'm going to flip this over and show you the lawn fawn. So go get you those dies. Bye, guys. And thank you so much for watching.